Well, that's an hour anyways. Let's see. 459. I think that's my record. Hey you doers, what's up? It's your boy Happy Chappy here. Welcome back to another episode. And look, on this one, what we're going to do is we're going to show you the fastest way to mine for diamonds in Minecraft. Now this way doesn't require any math whatsoever. And if you've got the elytra, the time, and the bravery to be digging out some clay, chances are you've probably got an iron farm set up and at least one beacon sitting somewhere keeping you safe in your world. Now, this method is going to require us to use the same chunk borders method, but it doesn't require any math. Nope. It just requires a simple chart setup, and after about an hour of doing this, you're probably going to be the richest person on your server. I mean, this is a diamond beacon structure I'm standing on. So step one, grab your beacon, pick a chunk, and somewhere in the center, dig your way down to Y level 5. Once you're down to Y level 5, what you're going to do is you're going to press F3 and G. That's going to turn on your chunk borders, and then the chunk borders are defined by these blue lines right here that you can see. What you're going to do is you're going to clear yourself out a nice area, set yourself up your beacon. Once you have this first beacon set up, each beacon from here on out only takes about 2 minutes to set up in total. Nice. Okay, now this strategy is very, very simple. What we're going to do is we're going to pick a chunk border right here, right on the edge, and what we're going to do is we're going to mine in a total of 3 chunks. The chunks are defined by these blue lines right here. So this is 1 chunk from blue to blue. This is 2 chunk right here. And now we are entering the 3rd chunk. Once you see this blue line, ooh, just 1. Once you get to the end of the 3rd chunk, you're going to stop immediately, aim up, and then mine backwards towards where you came from. You're going to want to make sure that you go all the way back through, making sure that you get as high as you absolutely can, exposing as many blocks that you absolutely can from in this. Now, there was no diamonds in this first line right here. There was all the way in the 4th one, but none in the first 3. So what we're going to do now, so that way we don't get any double exposure, we're going to jump over 2 blocks, and we're going to do that same strategy. We're going to go in 3. We're going to be careful of those 2 as well. So that's 1. Once you see the yellow line, that's 2. And there's the end of the 3rd chunk. So now we're going to dig up into the air as high as we can and mine our way back all the way to the beacon. No diamonds again, so we're going to shuffle over an extra 2 blocks, and we're just going to repeat this process until we find diamonds in either one of these chunks. And there's diamonds in the 1st chunk. Okay, now that we found the diamonds in the 1st chunk, we don't even have to worry about trying to dig up. We found 1 vein in this chunk, and that's going to be good enough for us. So now what we're going to do is we're just going to worry about the 2nd chunk, which starts right here, and the 3rd one too as well. Now starting from the 2nd one, we're going to dig all the way up, but I've already found some diamonds in the 2nd one here. So we're just going to forget about clearing anything else. We're going to go to the 3rd chunk, which starts right here. And now that we've found diamonds in the 1st chunk, diamonds in the 2nd chunk, we can essentially just isolate ourselves to the 3rd chunk here. Now the easiest way to do that is just to come to this yellow line here, and standing in the beacon, we were mining to the right of us. So what we can do now is go all the way down to the 3rd chunk, mine to the right side here, all the way until we find some yellow, which is right there. That's the chunk border. And then continue our 2x2 pattern from right here. And there is the diamonds right there in the 3rd chunk. Okay, so now that we've mined out these 3 chunks, you can see we have a total of 43 diamonds, and we don't even have to worry about mining out any more of these chunks. Now what we're going to do is we're going to take that same strategy, and we're going to apply it to the left and to the right of us here. So that's where we just were. So we'll come to this chunk border right here, and we'll do the same thing. We'll mine in one chunk right here. That's 2 chunks. And here is the end of the 3rd chunk. Looking back towards the beacon room, we're just going to aim up and we're going to mine all the blocks above us until we find diamond. No diamonds in the 1st row, so we'll just bump over 2 more so we don't have any double exposure and continue on until we find our diamond. There is our diamonds right in the 1st chunk. So now what I'm going to do is we're just going to go, so we can just mine in until we get to the 2nd chunk right here, and do the same thing that we did on this side when we found diamonds. We're mining here to the right, so we'll go all the way into the 2nd chunk. We'll make a path to the right all the way until we find the chunk border, which is right here, and those guys are right here too. And we'll start mining our 2x2 pattern from the 2nd chunk on. diamonds in the third chunk, so we don't even have to worry about this anymore. So now we can just finish our 2x2 pattern on the second chunk right here. And there is the diamonds in the second chunk. Just one! But that's okay, because that officially puts us over a stack. We have mined out 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 chunks in a matter of 15 minutes while talking and doing all this other stuff. And now we can just continue on. We can forget about this side because it's all completely checked out. We can switch over to this side right here and just continue this same strategy. We've got lava doers. I was gonna say, it looks like we're around the lava, but then it appeared. But then there's also diamonds right here, so. And there's the diamonds in the second chunk, so we don't even have to worry about the lava anymore. Okay, no diamonds in the first chunk on this one, so we can scratch that one off. But now that's 9 chunks in total that we've done, so 3, 6, 9. And now what we're going to do is we're going to focus on to the corner ones here. So we're able to mine out 9 chunks right from the corner on each side with the range that we get from the beacon over here. And the easiest way to do this is to quite literally decide which way you're going to do it, which is this way, and make yourself a nice double wide path 3 chunks deep. That's 1, and there's the lava. Okay, and there's the third chunk. Now what we'll do is we'll do the same thing on the opposite side. We'll make ourselves a nice 2 wide path. And now we'll just apply that same mining strategy, chunk by chunk, until we find diamonds. If you're starting in a center point where you haven't kind of moved the beacon before, you can actually do this same technique on all 4 sides. And you could do that you could do it very, very fast. Very fast. So I'm going to start here on this corner. We'll apply that same technique, and then I'll show you a way to shuffle the beacon forwards, and we'll see exactly how many diamonds we got by the end of it. Diamonds. More diamonds. And even more diamonds. Get out of the way. Okay, and after 18 chunks, we found diamonds in every single one except for one of the chunks, which is actually, that is very good. That is very good. And so far, we have 6, 12, 18, 24, 240. We have like 260 diamonds. We have 260 diamonds. And it's been 37 minutes. Now what you need to do, once you've mined out all of the chunks and all of the diamonds, in order to move the beacon, what you're going to do is you're just going to go forward. So find one of these holes here where you've gone a total of 3 chunks deep, and just go to the very end of it right here, and use the haste to clear out this chunk, this entire chunk in front of you, in order for you to put your beacon right here, and then repeat that same process over and over again. If you've run out of haste, just back up into this third chunk here, closer to the beacon. Go back in, clear yourself some more room. Once your room's set up, you can either tear down this beacon, bring enough iron or something with you in order to set up another one. Once your beacon's set up, just take the coordinates of it, fly up your hole of the other beacon, dig back down. Once your beacon lights up, activate your haste too, and repeat the process. Make sure you find the diamonds that are in here with the beacon too as well. Don't leave them behind. And that is pretty much the strategy. So if you're somebody that's got a mine shaft, you like setting up mine shafts, this is definitely a fun one. Set yourself up a nice centralized chute, mine all your beacons all around you, and after about an hour, you should have easily 400 plus diamonds. I mean, look at that. Look at that. And that was in just over half an hour while explaining and doing the talking. So if you've got the beacon and you've got the time, this is definitely something for you. I've got so much iron coming from my iron farms that I just leave the beacons down here. And other than that, enjoy your nice 400 plus diamonds per hour tours. But I mean, if you see a swamp, don't be afraid, because I am definitely going to use that strategy to clear all the diamonds out of this area. Leave a like, don't forget to subscribe. Tutorials are back and 1.17 is coming, so I've got a lot of work that I got to do on this place. I love all you guys. Peace.